Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to compare Botdog and Waalaxy, two popular LinkedIn outreach tools. So I will compare their core features, like the LinkedIn outreach, how to import leads, and the inbox feature. Then I will check their pricing, because I want to know which tool offers the best value for money. And finally, I will compare their free trial. So if you are trying to decide between Botdog and Waalaxy for your LinkedIn outreach, this video is for you. Alright, so just before we start, if you want to try for free Botdog or Waalaxy, you have two links in the description. So one for Waalaxy and one for Botdog. And if you use the links in the description, you will get the best free trial available. So that being said, it's time to compare these two tools. For this comparison, I will start by explaining what are these two tools. Then we will compare their features, for example, their outreach features, how to import leads, inbox management, and so on. And finally, at the end, we will compare the pricing. So let's start by explaining what are these tools. So Waalaxy and Botdog are two LinkedIn outreach tools, and they are well known to be affordable compared to the other LinkedIn outreach tools on the market. So now that you know what are these tools, it's time, of course, to compare their features. And the first feature I want to compare is everything related to the outreach. So let's check that. So basically, both are good if you want to do some outreach. The two main differences are first that on Botdog, you have more LinkedIn features. So for example, you can send emails on Botdog, and you can't do that with Waalaxy. But with Waalaxy, you can send cold emails, and on Botdog, you can't do that. So let's check the tools. Here, as you can see, I'm currently on Botdog. And now if I want to create an outreach campaign, I have this button. So create a campaign. Then on this page, you can select how to import leads. And I will show you that in details in a few minutes. So let's say, for example, CSV upload. So I've just imported some leads. And now if I want to create an outreach sequence, I have many choices. So here, for example, I can just send a connection request, then a connection request and two messages. Here I can send a message to the people who are already in my LinkedIn network. And if you want to have something more specific, you can click here on explore all available sequences. And now on this page, you see that you can do a lot of things. For example, you can send an email. And if you want, what you can do is to use this kind of sequence where basically the first step is to use an AI to check for each lead if the lead is relevant for you or not. So at the end, with this feature, you make sure that you only reach out to people who are interesting for you. So if I click on next, you see here that I can build my sequence. Now, if we go on Waalaxy, this time, if we want to create a campaign, we just need to click here in campaigns, then start a campaign. Here you have some options. For example, you can send a connection request, invitation plus two messages, or you can just message people who are in your LinkedIn network. And if you want to have more advanced stuff, just need to click here on all campaign models. And here you can select what you want. But for example, you can't send an email. So if I use the filter and I type email, you see that we don't have that on Waalaxy. However, as I told you, with Waalaxy, you can send cold emails, and on Botdog, you can't. And so for that, you can click, for example, here on emails. And here you can send basically LinkedIn messages and cold emails in the same sequence. So that's probably the main difference between Botdog and Waalaxy. Now, if we compare how to import leads, both are good. So if we go back on Botdog, if you want to import leads, just need to create a campaign. And here you have many choices. For example, you can import leads from a free LinkedIn search. You can import leads from a LinkedIn event, from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, LinkedIn post comments and LinkedIn post reactions. So if you see on LinkedIn an interesting post and you want to scrape the people who have commented or reacted, You can do that with Botdog. Then, of course, you can upload a CSV file. And finally, here you have some more options. Now on Waalaxy, it's the same. So if you want to import leads, you go here in Prospects. Then you create a list. So for that, you click on this button, Add List. I give a name. So let's say just leads. And now that we have our list, we can click here on Import. And here we have the choice. So we can import leads from a free LinkedIn search, from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, from a CSV file, from a LinkedIn group, LinkedIn event, and from a saved search. So with this example, you see that you can easily import leads in either Botdog or Waalaxy. Now let's check the inbox management feature. So on Waalaxy and Botdog, you can see your replies from your leads on LinkedIn directly in the tool. And of course, what's interesting is that you can reply to your leads directly in the tool. So if you want to manage your LinkedIn inbox, on Botdog, you need to go here in Contacts. And here you need to click on the lead. And here you will be able to see all your messages with the lead. And you can reply to your lead directly in Botdog. So I think on Botdog, it's not very convenient if you manage a lot of conversations. And that's why I prefer the Waalaxy inbox feature. So on Waalaxy, you go here and you click on Inbox. And here in just one page, you have on the left all your discussions. And if you click on a discussion, you will have all the details. If you want to reply to a lead, you just need to type your message here. So let's say just a lead. And then you send your message, and this message will be sent on LinkedIn. Now, an interesting feature on Waalaxy is the tagging system. And with that, you can tag people, for example, who are interested. So if you want to do that, you click here on the plus. Then you tag the lead, for example, interested. And then what's very useful is to go here in this filter button. And now you can say you only want to see people who are interested. So we click on apply. And this time on the left, I only have people who are interested. So you see that with this process, it's easy to follow up the leads who are interested by your product or your service. So for the inbox feature, Waalaxy is better. Now for your LinkedIn account safety, on Waalaxy, you need to use a Chrome extension to connect your LinkedIn account, while on Botdog, you need to use your credentials. So from my experience, it's slightly better to not have a Chrome extension, but it's not a big deal and you will be safe by using Waalaxy or Botdog. Finally, let's have a look at the free trial. So with Waalaxy, you have 1 month free trial, and with Botdog, you have a 7-day free trial. And if one day you want to upgrade to a paid plan, you can use the code GiveMeLeads like this, and you will get a 10% discount code. So these two tools have great free trial. And if you want to get the best free trial available, you have 2 links in the description. So one for Waalaxy and one for Botdog. Finally, let's check the pricing. So here I'm on the Botdog pricing. I've selected monthly. And here you see that for $69 a month, you can send an unlimited connection request, unlimited messages, and so on. If you want more advanced features, for example, complex sequences where you can send images, videos, and so on. If you want to connect your tools with Botdog, you need this professional plan. And now, of course, with this kind of tool, what's interesting is the annual plan. So if I select 12 months, you see that you only need to pay $35 per month, which is one of the best price on the market for a LinkedIn outreach tool. Now on Waalaxy, you see that I've selected monthly. So for $39 a month, you can send up to 300 connection requests per month. And then you can send unlimited campaigns and so on. If you want to send more connection requests, you will need this plan. And if you want to send cold emails in Waalaxy, you will need this business plan. But of course, what's very interesting is to use the yearly plan. So for less than $19 a month, you can start sending LinkedIn messages, which is a very good price if you want to start prospecting. So as you saw in this video, these two tools are great and affordable if you want to send LinkedIn messages. My recommendation for you is, of course, to try these two tools by yourself. And so for that, if you want to get the best free trial available, you have two links in the description. And then you can decide which tool is the best for you. So this is the end of this video. Now, if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to find B2B leads on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.